Santos, Brazil. People warned me about this city, saying it was dangerous with ugly beaches, but boy were they wrong. I discovered a beautiful, laid-back coastal gem filled with friendly people and good vibes. Hi, I'm Prisha, a single mom and digital nomad traveling the world with my baby since he was 5 weeks old. He's already been to 18 countries. Subscribe for more videos like these. We have arrived at our Airbnb here in Santos, and let me show you guys around. A little bit here. This is our kitchen. Oh, there's 2 fridges. Oh, this is a whole freezer. Nice. Fridge. There's water in it. Sink area. We have kitchen and oven. Oh, sorry, stove and oven. Washing machine. This is gonna be so nice to have our own machine. In the last place we were in Sao Paulo, we had to use the one from the building. We had to pay for it, but it was mainly just a hassle because there's only 2 machines in a huge building. People. We have an air fryer. That's gonna be nice, and a George Foreman grill. Here's my bathroom. Always nice when they give us some snacks. These are actually vegan. These are interesting. This is a coffee machine. Here's the bed. Nice decoration. We have a TV here as well. Oh, look at this. The window has a pizza curry thing. How do I open it? Oh, no idea how to open it. Oh. Hi, babe. How the heck do I open this? There we go. Oh, you put it out like that. Oh, okay. We can see the ocean from here. Come, let me show you. Look at that. At the beach. Okay, baby wants attention. And as you can see from here, that's our little living area. There's a bit of a closet as well. I'm gonna go give Elian a hug because he sees me. Alright, beautiful people, we are heading out. It is 9 a.m. Elian's already had his nap, and I had my little bit of breakfast this morning, but we need to get more food from the grocery store, and we need to get some waters. So we're staying in a place that's right by the beach. I already showed you guys the view. But we're gonna walk along the beach a tiny bit and then go to the supermarket, which is pretty close by, like a 7-minute walk. And it says on the weather forecast, though I don't ever trust the weather forecast, that it's gonna start like storming in an hour, so we should get this done quick. Guys, so I revised the map again, and there is another grocery store. I'm not sure if it's gonna be very big or not, but it's closer, and for now do the job so we can have a little more time to walk on the beach, and so that we can get eating soon. So I did have a piece of bread with this cocoa cashew butter that I got in Sao Paulo and some banana, but I'm getting pretty hungry at this point. I'm gonna need water first as well, so I'm gonna do that. Guys, you know how they say not to shop when you're hungry, not to grocery shop when you're hungry? That's definitely facts, because I definitely just bought more stuff than needed. So we're not going to walk to the beach right now. We're going to head back to the place because we got all this stuff with us. stroller is fully loaded. So we're gonna go drop it off, have something to eat, and then depending on if 𝐿ian can hold up on a nap, we'll go to the beach. If not, we'll nap him and then go afterwards. Hopefully the weather holds up. I feel like it will. There's a lot of people at the beach right now. You can see it from here, but the beach is right there. So far, I'm digging the vibes here much better than Sao Paulo. The air is much fresher. The population is only like 400,000 compared to like 16 million. All right, guys, 𝐿ian has napped, and I had my group therapy session with BetterHelp. It's a specific group for people for adult children of emotionally immature parents, and I dealt with an emotionally immature parent. I've been in this group for a little over a month now, and it's really helpful to have other people in there that have gone through the same experience or similar experiences with a similar type of parents, and it makes me feel like I have a community that I'm around with, and that really, really is nice. So I would recommend it. Hit that link down below. Now let's go take a walk. We're gonna go check out the beach and just walk along the beach. That's why I decided to put him in the carrier, because if you take the stroller along the sand, it might be kind of complicated. I want to be able to walk right along the water. So that's what we're about to do, and I hope it's gonna be beautiful. Little baby boy, little baby boy, little rockabye, little rockabye. Oh. Look, we're literally right across the street from the beach. Look at this across the street. This building has 24-hour porteria, front desk, security. Santos is a coastal city in the state of Sao Paulo, Brazil, located about 70 kilometers southeast of Sao Paulo City. Founded in 1546, or colonized in 1546, I should say, Santos has a rich history centered around its port, which is the busiest in Latin America. It serves as a critical gateway for Brazilian exports and imports, handling a significant portion of the country's trade. The beach here is definitely not the type to swim in. As you can tell, it's a bit overcast today, but it's still relatively warm. There's a slight breeze, and it's humid here. I like that it's humid. It's definitely better and fresher air than Sao Paulo. The beach right in front of us. Workout area here. We usually come here in the morning for my workouts here. Still playing volleyball. So I was told that the beach here is the dirtiest beach in the world. I mean, I don't know how accurate that really is. I haven't verified it. But I was told by a random Uber driver. So I don't know if I really want to swim in it, and it definitely looks brown. Like these guys are playing like paddle ball. I think that's what that's called. But I don't know what that's really called. They're literally just bouncing the balls directly in the air at each other. See that? And then over here you see all the umbrellas lined up that people are renting. I forgot what the color is. Oh, this isn't actually an arranged match. Like, I was hearing beeping, and I see that there's someone over there taking score. Crazy. It's not a small city, still a city. We still have these buildings behind us. Tall buildings. Stand. I don't know if that's just a little bar, if they got food going on. See some kids in the ocean. So yeah, apparently people do swim here, but I don't know. Might spur the moment decide to do it, but I also don't want me and 𝐿ian to get polluted. Apparently there's a bunch of factories here that lead into the ocean, and that's a big contributor to why the water's so dirty. Like I was saying earlier, the Port of Santos is Latin America's largest and busiest port. Spanning 7.8 square kilometers and boasting over 16 kilometers of docks, it's a powerhouse of infrastructure with container terminals, bulk cargo facilities, and specialized berths. This port handles a whopping 130 million tons of cargo annually, from soybeans and corn to petroleum products and electronics. As a major hub for Brazilian exports and critical for imports, Santos supports thousands of jobs and generates substantial revenue through port fees and shipping charges. Its extensive network of railways and highways connects it seamlessly to São Paulo, ensuring efficient transportation of goods. And speaking of exports, did you know that Santos is historically known for its coffee trade? Stick around because later in the video, we'll visit the Coffee Museum and dive deep into the dark history of coffee in Santos. Sustainability is key here. The port is committed to reducing pollution, enhancing waste management, and conserving ecosystems. Plus, it plays a vital role in community development through various social programs. Despite occasional congestion, continuous investments aim to upgrade infrastructure and embrace new technologies like automation and digitalization. Expansion plans are already underway to boost capacity and efficiency. From its bustling docks to its future-forward vision, the Port of Santos is more than just a gateway. It's the beating heart of Brazil's economy. Ever since birth, I've been making sure that me and my son have various regular sessions of grounding, that is, directly connecting with Mother Earth. Whether it is doing barefoot yoga in the grass or playing with sand on the beach, having our bare skin in direct contact with the source is so important in this age of technology. Especially after we had just spent 1 month in the concrete jungle that is São Paulo, we really needed this time here on the beach to come back to ourselves. Not only that, but after that big decision I made to cut contact with my family, we were dealing with some heavy energies. And yes, I say we because as his mother, my son is still co-regulating with me, so I have to ensure that I'm doing my best to regulate my nervous system so that my baby is also well regulated. If I'm stressed, he's stressed. If I'm at peace, he's at peace. It's more important than ever now that as a mother, I prioritize my peace. I also come to notice that whenever we have regular sessions on the beach, he's always a lot easier to put down to bed and he's a little bit less fussy. But I've noticed if we have a couple days that we're just in the house or we're just going out in the stroller and he doesn't have the time to come out and touch things in nature, his moods are a lot more fussy and sometimes it's hard to get him to bed. So that's why it's just so important to make sure we're connecting to nature regularly. Now, I'm pretty sure these were vultures, which was crazy. It was the first time I just been walking down a beach and seeing vultures like that. I'm gonna be eating the fish. It's the next day, guys, and we are about to head to that little gym area across the street. We are going to get an outdoor workout in. We got Elian in the stroller. Hopefully he's all good. I'm just starting here with my dynamic warm-up. I'm getting all my joints nice and warmed up and get my body primed and ready for the movement. And Elian did not last long in the stroller. He was like, get me out, I want to be free. And like I was just saying, you know, it's good for him to do the grounding. So he just sat there and watched me, and he was also just observing all the surroundings. Because I didn't have any equipment with me, I decided I was just going to do a full body workout. So I started off with some squats, making sure I was keeping my core nice and tight. Then I progressed onto some jump squats. Elian loves playing with the camera. And then I did some one-legged Romanian deadlifts. And moved on, and I was like, you know what, let's do a little show upper body. Upper body is weak right now after the baby. It's not the same as before the baby. Alright, workout done, guys. Elian was just mesmerized by these guys kicking around a soccer ball in front of us. So that was nice that they kind of kept him entertained for me while I finished my workout. And we're just walking along the boardwalk now. There's a really long stretch. People just walk along here. There's a separate pathway for pedestrians and for like bikers and scooters. So we're just walking here along this walking path and enjoying some of the sunshine. Well, the clouds just kind of came in a little bit, but it's nice and warm today. just had a nice nap. I had lunch before that. And now we are going to head out. I see on that pathway that there were some spots where you could rent bikes with an app. So I'm going to try. I've never ridden a bike with Ellie and Carrie before, but I feel like they'll enjoy it. I feel like it'll be a nice way to go down the path and explore deeper down onto the other side of the beach. Alright guys, so it is the next day. We ended up just walking around, chilling around the beach. For so long we were trying to figure out how to get either the bike or the scooter rental working, and it just wasn't working out. But honestly, I do believe that everything happens for a reason, and I feel like it just wasn't the best idea, honestly. I was debating whether or not it would be safe to take the baby in and just have him in a carrier like that, and I really wasn't sure. So either way, it's probably the universe protecting us from something that maybe could have happened. So we're gonna go to Pau de Azúcar supermarket here. Just need to get a bottle of water, and then there is a vegan bakery down here, so we're gonna head over there. But I'm feeling like first I just want to walk around, walk down the beach and back. Then on our way back we'll head to that bakery because I'm feeling a little bit bloated from lunch. I had a really big lunch, so I'm just gonna walk that off and then go to the bakery, maybe have a coffee, whatever else they have there. Hopefully they have tofu too. I've seen they have some upper refrigerated section with vegan foods. This grocery store only had this tofu spread, but they didn't sell actual tofu, at least not that I found. So we're gonna do that. Alright guys, we made our purchases. We got bananas, organic orange juice, and a bottle of water. Me and Eliana over here. We found a bench right in front of this surfing dude. So we're gonna have a little bit of a refreshment, and then we're gonna head on our little bit of a So whenever I arrive to a new location, one of the first things I do is hop on Google Maps and search just the word vegan. And well, in Latin America, vegana or vegano. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes you'll find something when you search vegana that you wouldn't find if you searched vegano. And so I was kind of looking around to see what there was. And I also use an app. Well, actually not the app because you have to pay extra for the app, and I just use the website because it's free. But there's Happy Cow, which also is a website that is specifically for vegans. It will show you places that are all vegan. It will show you places that have vegan options, and then it'll show you also restaurants that are all vegetarian. So I use those two resources to find places. This place I found on Google Maps, and it was one of the rare places that I did find in Santos. There weren't too many options, but this was really, really good. I came back here a few times. They had these different traditional baked Brazilian goods. The first one was kind of bread with this cashew cheese inside. The other one I just had was with a soy filling. And I also had the traditional pan de queijo, which was super good. Elian loved it too, as you guys seen. And then I was like, you know what? I kind of want a little bit of something sweet. So I went and took a look, and there was this orange cake with chocolate on top. And it also had that crumble of... It was some kind of cookie. Actually, when I first seen it, I was trying to ask him what it was, and he was like, oh, you don't know what it is? And then he showed me the actual product, and it's basically like mazapan, like a de la rosa that you get in Mexico, but it's not the same in Brazil. Very similar, but not the same. Of course, Elena had to add some. To be honest, I wasn't really that hungry. Like, I was pretty full afterwards, but it's not a very common thing for me to be able to find vegan desserts. So I was like, I have to have vegan cake when I'm able to. And I asked them if they had tofu, and they said they didn't, but they pointed me to this other place. It's a store that has a lot of different things in bulk, and look, they had this whole fridge full of vegan goodies. They had different vegan cheeses, different frozen vegan cochinas, and lots of different stuff. I was very, very happy to find the place because, to be honest, as I travel around, it feels like sometimes tofu is a luxury to find, and tofu is like a staple in my diet when I'm in places that have it easily accessible. So I really load up when I find it. Beautiful people, we are headed to the Pele Museum. Let's get in this elevator here. We are headed to the Pele Museum, which is a museum for this famous soccer player. I'm not really into soccer, but I'll tell you guys more about him in the voiceover. And after that, we're going to take a trolley tour that goes from the Pele Museum. And it's apparently a very old trolley, and it takes you kind of a little bit around the historical center. Tomorrow we are headed back to Sao Paulo. one last full day here. Oops, we gotta go back up, guys. I almost left without my wallet. That would not be good, right, baby? That would not be good. So we're gonna go to that, and then we're gonna order an Uber and head down there. It's super close to where we are right now. I'm about to order an Uber. It's gonna be like a 10-minute ride, and it's gonna be about $5. Is that funny, baby? Are you excited? Are you excited? I gotta cut this guy's nails. He scratched his eyeball. Poor baby. Pobrecito. Pobrecito. Ay, 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 ay. Alright, we have arrived. We are here in the historic center. This building right here is where the museum is. And then right beside it, there's the streetcar. This is the tour. Hopefully it's still running. I see a few people in it. I guess they're just waiting. Maybe, I don't know if that's the time it goes or if they just wait for it to fill up. We're gonna enter. So, there's a reason. I don't know if this is the museum or not. Let's go inside and find out. Con licencia, aquí es el Museo Pele. El Museo Pele. Ahí, ok. Okay, it's on the other side. I guess this is just some tourism center. Here we are. Check this museum out. And after we'll take our tour. What's hygiene? Pagar por entrar al museo. ¿Hay valor por el museo? Gracias. Okay. Obrigada. It's free. So in all types of jerseys here. Oh, there's two different sections. And right here, cafe.
Pele's connection to Santos is profound. He began his professional career with Santos FC at just 15 years old and quickly made waves, helping the team secure numerous championships, including 2 Copa Libertadores titles in the early 1960s. Over his 18 years with Santos FC, Pele scored over 1,000 goals, many at the Estadio Urbano Caldera, the club's home ground. His unmatched skill, speed, and vision on the field earned him the nickname the King of Football. The museum captures Pele's illustrious career and his impact on football globally, showcasing jerseys, trophies, and personal items. It's not just a tribute to his sporting achievements, but also to his role in promoting football worldwide. Walking through these halls, you can almost feel the echoes of his legendary performances and the pride he brought to Santos and Brazil.
Alright, we're gonna head to this other side. It looks like it has a little bit more stuff in it. I feel like maybe I should have done a little bit of research on Pele before coming, because I have no idea anything about him.
Football in Brazil is more than just a sport. It's a way of life. It's deeply woven into the fabric of the Brazilian culture, bringing communities together and sparking immense pride. In Santos, football holds a special place in the hearts of the people, largely thanks to the legacy of Pele and Santos FC. Santos FC, one of Brazil's most storied clubs, has a rich history of nurturing talent and achieving greatness. The club's success on the field has turned it into a symbol of hope and inspiration for the local community. Young, aspiring footballers in Santos grow up dreaming of following in Pele's footsteps, playing in the same stadiums, and bringing glory to their hometown. Walking through this museum, you can feel the passion that the people in Santos have for football. It's not just about trophies and accolades, it's about the memories, the emotions, and the sense of identity that football brings.
Hey guys, so there's several floors, but I'm just gonna head back out because, to be quite honest, this doesn't interest me too much because I don't really know much about soccer nor Pele. But I do want some kind of memory of Brazil, and I feel like if they're not too pricey, I kind of want to get a Brazil like jersey, or if it's a Pele one or whatever, from that store. Something for me and Elian. We'll see what they have. I'm gonna go look at right here. And if not, you know, I can just walk around the center here and look in the local stores. It's way cheaper than the museum, but let's just see. This guy, this is too cute. I think I might have to get this for Pele. You know, I'm gonna get this up for Pele, and I'm gonna get me that tank top. Definitely will look cute on him. Hola. ¿No tiene otros colores de...?
No, por el Brasil. Tamanho 2, esse aqui é esse mesmo.
Aham.
Vai ser 2, tem outros tamanhos. Aquele que tá no boneco lá do outro.
The good thing about Brazil here, guys, is that they take card literally everywhere, even street vendors. Random people will just be taking card. Y los boletos por el turismo, ¿cómo se llama?
Airbnb.
Ajá.
É comprar ali, ó.
Aí.
É, você compra lá no cartão e se abre.
Ok, muito obrigada.
Nada.
Boa tarde. Alright, so she's telling me that the tickets for the trolley are just right here. I'm gonna buy them. It's called a bonde turístico. I was asking her if she had different colors for the shorts. She was like, no, those are the Brazilian colors, the blue shorts and the green and yellow top. So I feel like an idiot asking for colors that aren't the actual Brazil colors. What's wrong, baby? He wants some milk.
Here in Santos, we're exploring the city aboard the tourist tram, a unique experience where each streetcar has its own origin. Today, we're riding the Japanese tram, originally built in 1953 in Nagasaki. It served faithfully for over 60 years in its hometown before becoming part of a modern mobility plan post-World War II. In 2016, it was donated as a gesture of friendship and underwent a meticulous 3-year refurbishment, preserving its cultural heritage while enhancing its technical structure. Today, it accommodates 28 passengers and plays a vital role in showcasing Santos' historic charm to visitors.
O requinte dos monumentos, praças e edifícios por onde o bonde vai passar demonstram a riqueza conquistada rapidamente. Santos nunca produziu café, mas por ser escolhido como ponto de escoamento da mercadoria para o resto do estado de São Paulo quando foram construídos na mesma época da estação.
As we ride through Santos aboard the tourist tram, we are immersed in the city's diverse tapestry of architecture, culture, and community. Santos's historic center is a testament to its rich architectural heritage, Santos is colonial charm with vibrant Art Deco influences. Known for their hospitality and love for their city, Santosians embody from a bustling port town to a cultural hub. Their cultural pride is evident in the festivals, music, and culinary delights that fill the streets. The city's cultural scene is vibrant and varied, with museums, galleries, and theaters showcasing both local and international talent. Santos's cultural diversity is celebrated in its festivals and events throughout the year, reflecting a blend of traditions from around the world. Riding through these streets, we witness Santos's enduring spirit and cultural richness. It's more than just a city, it's a mosaic of history, architecture, and vibrant community life that captivates visitors and locals alike.
Rua do Comércio. Estamos na Rua do Comércio, onde se concentrava o movimento e o burburinho provocado pelo comércio de café. À nossa direita, vamos cruzar o Boulevard da Rua 15 de Novembro ao Wall Street do Café. Ainda hoje, temos alguns coletores de café, cada principal do Museu do Café. E daqui se tiram as fotos mais emblemáticas do nosso centro histórico. Seguindo pela Rua do Comércio, podemos observar a arquitetura típica do período cafeeiro, sobrados com a portaria colada na calçada. Construída em 1865, próspero comerciante de café, o vendedor Ferreira Neto, que morava em cima e tinha seu negócio no andar térreo, com área de costume na época. Hoje é um importante espaço de eventos que movimenta rotineiramente nosso centro histórico, com festivais, exposições e feiras dos mais variados temas.
This experience was truly unique. I was honestly surprised to see that the tram was Japanese, and then now as I'm editing this video, I'm learning that the others all come from different origins, one from Scotland, Portugal, and Italy, and that's just something really different that you won't really find anywhere else. After the tour was done, before we exited the tram, they were passing around these samples of Brazilian coffee, and this leads us to our next stop. We're gonna be checking out the Coffee Museum, and I'm gonna, like I told you, I'm gonna go deep into the history of coffee in Brazil. Make sure you give this video a like if you're enjoying so far, and buckle up your seatbelts and get ready for an emotional ride, because we're going to talk about how Brazil became the largest coffee producer in the world and how they came about it using slavery.
That was a cute little tour, guys. It was really interesting being in this Japanese trolley car in the middle of Brazil. If you guys didn't know, Sao Paulo, which is a city that's 2 hours away from here, is the city with the biggest population of Japanese immigrants outside of Japan. Well, the biggest population of Japanese inhabitants outside of Japan. So there's a lot of Japanese influence on Brazilian culture. You can actually find Japanese food very commonly here too. You can find sushi, yakisoba is like a really common meal find as well. So now we're gonna head over to the Museo do Café, the coffee museum. And it's only a few minute walk from here. It's raining a bit, but not very hard, so we'll be fine.
As I walked through the streets of Santos's historic center, it felt quiet, much more so than other historic centers, and it was full of beautiful street art. So my walk ended up being nice and slow as I soaked in my surroundings and just catch some vibes. You guys already know, if you know me, if you see my videos, that I'm all about just walking around and just absorbing my surroundings. The Coffee Museum in Santos is housed in the historic Coffee Exchange building, constructed in 1922. This grand structure was once the epicenter of Brazil's coffee trade, where merchants set global coffee prices. Today, the museum celebrates Santos's coffee heritage, showcasing its economic impact and the complex history of the coffee industry, including the era of slavery.
Quanto custa a entrada?
R$16 ou R$8 para estudante maior de 60 anos.
Voy a hacer un boleto.
The museum features striking neoclassical architecture, characterized by grand Corinthian columns and meticulous detailing. The building served as the epicenter where coffee merchants from around the world gathered to negotiate prices and contracts. It played a crucial role in setting global coffee prices, influencing markets internationally. Inside, transactions involved large volumes of coffee beans, which were traded to major markets in Europe and North America. These deals impacted Brazil's economy profoundly, contributing significantly to its export revenues. The negotiations in the coffee building helped establish Santos as a leading port for coffee exports.
We have some coffee trees here.
The area here focused on showcasing and educating on the evolution of coffee and how the tools used for production and consumption of coffee have transformed over the years. If you want to learn more in depth about coffee in general and the history of coffee, check out my Salento vlog, where I visit a coffee farm in Colombia and learn all about coffee, its production, and the differences between different coffees worldwide. I even learned how to roast my own beans.
Map how coffee has moved around. There's where it all started, Ethiopia.
So guys, something just had me thinking, and my intuition was speaking as well. I was seeing some YouTube videos about how it's in America, there are some white couples that are getting married at plantations. Some of them, not intentionally, they don't know it, but it's an issue, right? And because there are buildings that have history of slavery and racism and pain for humans, right? It's torture and just history of really bad things. And I just have a feeling, I just feel it in my intuition that this building is a building that had
that had this history. I can feel the energy. It's unsettling, and I just have kind of a bit of a wrong feeling inside, knowing that I paid to come to this museum, and just feeling, you know, as they're showing the history of coffee and whatnot, it's like, well, back in the day, who was the one working the coffee, and were they getting paid for it? Sorry, Elian loves me with my, or were they slaves? So I'm gonna talk about this in the voiceover once I do more research. And yeah, I just feel it in my spirit.
So I was wrong about this specific building being where the slavery happened, but I wasn't wrong about the history of slavery. Let me tell you about the history of coffee and slavery in Brazil. So coffee was introduced to Brazil in the early 18th century. It quickly became a major crop, and by the 19th century, Brazil had become the largest coffee producer in the world. Santos, with its strategic location and a deep water port, emerged as a critical hub for the coffee trade. The port of Santos played a pivotal role in the export of coffee, facilitating the shipment of beans from Europe to North America. The rise of coffee plantations in Brazil coincided with the use of enslaved labor. During the 19th century, the booming coffee industry relied heavily on the labor of enslaved Africans. The harsh and grueling work on coffee plantations was characterized by long hours, brutal conditions, and severe punishments. Slaves were forced to clear vast tracts of land for coffee cultivation, plant and tend the coffee bushes, and harvest the beans. The working conditions were extremely harsh and with little regard for the well-being or dignity of the workers. This brutal system persisted until the abolition of slavery in Brazil in 1888, which was the last country in the Americas to abolish slavery. Following the abolition of slavery, the coffee industry faced a labor shortage. This led to the recruitment of European immigrants, particularly Italians, to work on the coffee plantations. These immigrants were often subjected to poor working conditions and exploitative labor practices, though they were not enslaved. The coffee economy continued to thrive, and by the early 20th century, coffee accounted for around 70% of Brazil's export earnings. Santos, as the primary port for coffee exports, became known as the coffee port. The wealth generated from coffee helped transform Santos into a bustling and prosperous city. Prosperity obtained through the blood of invisible slaves.
The guy was like, do you want to take the elevator since you have a baby? And I was like, sure. I didn't realize that I have to get like a firefighter to come. I was like, don't worry, I can just take the stairs. But he was like, no, I'll just wait there. So I'm gonna take this ancient elevator. Guys, that is all for my Santos vlog. We are now in our new apartment in Sao Paulo. Once again, we're here for a few nights before we head to the Dominican Republic. So I will see you guys in my next video. If you like this video, hit that like button, comment down below what your favorite part was, and subscribe so you don't miss any other videos like this one. See you next time.